We visited Wind Cave National Park near Hot Springs, South Dakota in the fall of 2019 for about 4 times in 2 days. This is a compilation video. If you would like to get notices when I post again, be sure to subscribe right here. Just click on that button. This is the 34,000 acres that this site covers. It was established on January the 9th, 1903. It was the first cave designated as a national park. It has about 500,000 visitors each year. Another national park. Wind Cave was the 7th national park made in the United States. Wind Cave is giving Jewel Cave a run for its money. It has 148 miles and is more being discovered, about a mile a year being discovered. And now we enter the park itself. It's a fairly large park, but we're only going to look at the western part along the roads. This park is not only a cave, it's a mixed grass prairie area where we can see prairie dogs and one of the larger herds of bison. Wind Cave was found when Tom and Jesse Bingham were exploring one day and one of their hats blew off, so they went to explore the hole. An unusual thing about Wind Cave is though it's large, it's only under 1 square mile. It just folds back and forth on top of itself. And after it was found, Alvin McDonald, an 18-year-old, explored it. There's going to be popcorn formations here and also frostwork. Boxwork is the iconic part that is here. 95% of the world's is found here. It's formed when sediment fills in the cracks and then the limestone dissolves. And we could go down in the cave, except its elevator is broken off so. We're at the end of the season and they're working on the elevator, so we go to the visitor center. The elevator building's closed, but I'm going to walk over to the natural entrance. That hole there, about 18 inches in diameter, is where they first found and crawled through. So you can see the wind blows out of this when there's high barometric pressure inside and low outside. And there's a new opening they have where visitors can go in. And now let's go back to explore some of the above ground features. And wherever you find prairie dogs, you usually find bison, as they tend to hang around because the prairie dogs keep the grass short. As we leave, here's a bull bison right on the side of the road where we can look at it real well. We're going to see a few more before we get out. And here we're looking across Prairie Dog Town. You can see hundreds of prairie dogs out there. In fact, this is the largest one in the world. It's 10 miles long and 3 miles wide. 30 square miles. And now it's time to head on north back into Custer State Park. Along the way, we decide we're not going to look at this sign right here. And the bison needs to rub, and we're just going to leave him alone. Since there are no bison to look at in Custer State Park, we've gone all the way down to Wind Cave National Park, which is just south of there, to look at their bison for a while. The herds are all led by a older female. The males are kicked out at 3 years old because they cause too much trouble. Males live to be about 14 years old and females to about 30 years old. In order to get milk from a buffalo, the calf has to stick its head up underneath the female and then butter really hard to get the milk flowing. So when they start getting horns, they decide to wean them. And this is the lead female of this group of bison. Calves recognize their mothers not by sight, but by sound, by the grunts they make. You'll note that they swing their head as they walk because they can't see directly in front of them, and they'll walk right into a tree if they didn't. Bison don't have any front teeth, only grinding teeth in the back. And so they can't bite grass off. They grab it with their tongue and pull it out and then stick it into their mouth. And here's a pronghorn male. They do lose their antlers each year and regrow them. They're made out of hair. The males have these fancier horns, but they also have the black spot on their neck to recognize them. Bison are ruminants like cows, so they chew their cud laying around for most of the day. Although the breeding season is mostly ended, here's a male guarding a female. What he does is he stays right with her, thinking she's in heat and trying to wait until she's ready to breed. But here comes a problem. There's a much bigger male than him headed his way, and he decides to back off and let him check out the female. They have scent glands in the top of their mouth that can tell if a female's in heat or not, and that's what he's checking right now. Is she really in heat? And usually where you find bison, you find black-tailed prairie dogs, and they're all over the place. This is the largest prairie dog town in the world. As we said when we were here at Wind Cave, this one is 30 square miles of prairie dog town. Now, the males only connect their tunnels with 2 females, and so it's a breeding group. You can't cross the entire thing underground, but there usually are 2 or 3 openings for each connected burrows. Prairie dog pups stay with their parents for a year before leaving to form their own nest. This male bison that's off by himself is 9 years old. You can see the 0 where he was branded in 2010. So he's one of the older bison. They only live to about 14 years as males because they fight so much. Females live about twice that long. And so this is a bull in his prime. And now it's time to head back into Custer State Park and finish up the wildlife loop to Hot Springs, South Dakota to see the mammoth site. Along the way we have to go through Wind Cave National Park, and here we see some pronghorn, and up on the hill there's one of those male bison that wander around by themselves. They will be doing their roundup a little later in the year. And here comes a big bull bison as he's going to walk straight towards us and then around the back of our car. Thought for a minute there he might attack us. Once past us, he picks up some speed. And here's another bull, chewing his cud. Now we leave Hot Springs behind and we pass again through Wind Cave National Park and stop and see their bison some more. This will be our last time to go through Wind Cave, and soon we'll be going through Custard State Park for the last time also. Along the way, we pass a flock of wild turkeys on the side of the road.